Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host Quincy,
and you're the host Justin.
And I am tired.
We are both extraordinarily tired.
Nope. So if I fall asleep during a cast, I'm gonna feel so bad.
I don't like when it touches. No.
I don't think I ever will. But if I were to ever fall asleep during a cast, I'd feel absolutely terrible.
I would keep it going. Don't you worry. I'm not gonna try and scramblingly it closed, but I don't think we'll ever. I don't think we'll ever hit that point because you'll usually have a cup of coffee there.
Yeah. I once fell asleep back when Lauren had a podcast.
Yeah.
One of her co-hosts didn't
prep.
Kinda, yeah, and didn't really figure out a way to be engaging with their story. I'm not gonna throw stones because I suck. But I was bored and tired, and I was the editor on that show, and I fell asleep mid-story and even started to snore.
Oh, no.
It didn't pick up on the mics or anything.
But it was...
I did wake up, make a very gross, inappropriate joke.
Okay.
Not gross, inappropriate, like sexual-wise. We were talking about serial killers, and I made a joke, and then I went right back to sleep.
As one does.
And Lord and her friend Marisa are just sitting there going, What kind of creature? What are you? You slept, popped up with a fucking zinger, and went back to sleep. And I'm like, it's the trauma.
It is, yeah, the mental trauma. But yeah, hello to the Twitch chat. Hopefully, if you do go down to the description and check out the Twitch chat, you can fly up and join us live because we're getting a few people popping in because I have also streamed twice this week.
I was gonna say I got a message the other day on Monday. You guys still recording a pod? No, it is Monday. We don't do pods on Monday. Why? It was Sean. He's like, I saw that you were streaming. He's like, streaming RuneScape. I was like, oh, he's finally streaming. I mean, shit game, but he's finally streaming.
Believe it or not, it's not that bad anymore. It was not that. It was a lot of grinding, yeah, sure, but it was a nice little, tidy stream. I had a nice cup of tea in front of me. Sure, it was in Arizona, but I was bundled up in a blanket and I was streaming. I was doing some good streams, Yeah.
I want to make you stream shit that makes you sweat.
Are we talking like hard game or are we talking your room is hot?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn up the temperature in your room.
So
I'm gonna unplug your AC.
Okay, so funny thing about that actually. There was a guy who wanted to lose weight through playing video games. Mm-hmm. So he put a couple Arduinos to a couple modules where it's attached to ankle weights, and in order for the controllers to unlock, he has to jog in place. So he's sitting there jogging in place, trying to get things going. And then if you wanted to heal, he had to do a full squat because the thing in the waistband had to detect the ankle. So that means he had to go all the way down to heal.
I was originally just going to make you play hard games, but now I'm rethinking all this.
Yeah.
If people can make controllers out of potatoes, what else can we do?
Corn, oranges, a banana. You want to do a banana?
We could do banana.
Go back. I want to be monkey.
Oh, wait. I'm going to make you a banana controller.
Okay.
And then make you play Donkey Kong Country.
Boom, 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 boom. They did it with the bongo drums, too, but...
So I never played the game that came with the bongo drums. Did you?
Yes.
Was it any good?
It was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I prefer taiko drum, the one that you actually get the little small wooden mallets with. I
think my favorite was Donkey Kong Country 2.
Donkey Kong Country 2 was the SNES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite of the Donkey Kong Countries.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the one with like the pirate ship and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
what else? Did you stream RuneScape both days?
RuneScape one day, and then just for like half an hour, I did very, very short, because I was trying to figure something out. Destiny 2 stream.
Okay.
And I was playing a little bit of Destiny, and oh boy, did they change a lot. They changed a lot. Solar 3.0, you got a buff. I got a nerf.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so cool now.
Yeah. I mean, even if you kept your Nighthawk on, but still switched over to Blade Barrage, you're still stronger than I am. Like, that's how fucked up it is right now.
It's because the Nighthawk just gives you style points.
It does.
It's just pretty to look at.
I mean, my fit always drip. I'll never say that again.
My favorite is still the Titan one with like.
Mom says it's my turn to play Minecraft.
The wings on his head, looks like a damn plane. They're on my car.
But no, solar. The solar kit is much better. It's just a few of the aspects broke, so they're a little bit busted right now. And as they say in the chat, it's Justin from the Ugly Mugs coming again with another podcast. Yeah.
Is that your thing?
I guess now it is, because I've only ever said that once in another channel, and I don't think it was with this person.
I'm telling you,
That's what
I
weird.
need a
tablet?
a deck.
A deck? Oh, a stream deck? Yeah.
So I can do all the sounds. Because I would clip that, make it a sound, and just play it every time someone new comes into the chat.
We would spam the shit out of the people who listen to it later on. Yeah. Unless it's just through that side, not the recording side.
Yeah, I probably do it through that side.
Yeah, because that would be the worst for them. But let's go ahead and pop into things that I've been into as well. Boop. So I've watched a couple movies. Even though we no longer do movie nights and all that, I still manage to catch a few when I can. And I caught 2 this week. First one, The Kingsman. Not The Kingsman. Not The Kingsman 2, the bad one. But
I wouldn't say it
was
bad.
Comparative to the first one, it was bad.
Yeah.
The action scenes were good.
Yeah.
But the story was a little...
Elton John was fun.
Yes. But The Kingsman, not bad.
I haven't seen this one yet.
Very good action scenes, of course. I had no problem with it. The only major problem I had with it was a character's death was a little strange. I'm going to leave it ambiguous at that. I think if you do watch it, you're probably going to have the same problem I did.
Okay.
Good movie overall. Nothing really much to say because it was a lot of talky action. Talky action. Talky while action, talky. It was very railroaded, and not in a bad way. Just it's very expected of it.
Now, did you find this one to be too long, like the sequel?
No, it was only $1.45.
Okay.
And it feels it. It feels $1.45, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I give it 8 out of 10.
This one's 211, dude.
211?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then even still, it didn't feel it then.
But I think the sequel is like close to 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the first one's 2 hours 9.
Okay.
And the sequel, 2 hours 21.
Okay.
So it's not as close to 3 hours as I thought, but you feel every fucking minute of that 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no. But Kingsman, good one. The second one I saw, which you really enjoy, and I really enjoy now, Nobody.
This was a blast. I've lost count of how many times I've watched this movie.
Go watch the trailer, and if that doesn't make you want to see it, then, I mean, I don't think any movie will entertain you as much as Nobody would. Because this is a raucous good time. Sure, it starts off fair. It starts off...
Yeah, it's got to explain the mundaneness of his life.
Yeah, and how even in mundanity, it can become a problem. And then as soon as he's wanting to go back, he's wanting to be egged on. Mm-hmm. And after he gets egged on, it's controversy at its finest.
So I got my brother. So I went and saw this in theaters.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw this in theaters. It was one of the first movies we saw in theaters when theaters came back.
That must have been a fucking blast.
Because this was March of last year.
Yeah, that must have been a fucking blast.
Yeah, we actually saw some pretty good movies in theaters. We saw this one. We saw Protégé, which is was actually really good and no one's talking about. Michael Keaton, briefly Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh.
The actress is escaping me, and it's really bothering me. So if you could pull it up.
Protégé?
Yeah, I think so. P-R-O, yeah.
There we go.
Technically, there's an accent mark in there, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
This
okay.
Maggie Q.
Okay.
It was good.
Action thrillers? I like action thrillers. Ooh, but everybody, including the Google users, was not having a good time with it.
And you know what I'm going to say?
Okay.
This is the internet's reaction to a female-led action movie.
Okay. And the one that I would probably throw before this, Ultraviolet.
Okay, I didn't like Ultraviolet.
Yeah, no. So
I thought Ultraviolet sucked.
So to be fair, they probably thought another Ultraviolet and probably let in with that.
This is about... She's the protege of Samuel L. Jackson's character who... spoilers, but not spoilers. It's in the trailer. He gets killed and she seeks revenge.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember seeing this trailer. I remember seeing this trailer now.
Michael Keaton is the guy that's hired by the people she's seeking revenge on to try and stop her.
It's
and they kind of start to fall for each other.
It's like an anti-hitman. Kind of, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Kinda.
Okay.
But better.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I didn't hate it. It draws out at the beginning. Like, really, for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the action scenes with the big parts,
Yeah.
This has good down moments.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It's really good. It says watch now on Prime. I was looking for it the other day because I was like, I haven't seen this since I saw it in theaters, and it wasn't there. So I don't know if that's actually correct. Let me see if I can't.
Can I just click it and go? Oh no, gotta sign in. Don't want to do that. Sorry, everybody. But back over to Nobody while you're looking that up. Nobody's great. Music is stellar. The music choices for every set piece, stellar, fantastic. And then the last 2 minutes made up the whole entire thing to kind of leave it ambiguous if there could potentially be a Nobody 2 sequel thing.
Yeah, I think they want to do it,
and I'm okay with it. He did all the stunts himself. Everything he did, jumping or being thrown out of the bus.
It is on Prime now.
Yay!
I know what I'm watching.
Good stuff. I know what I'm watching too.
It's only an hour 49.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna have to log into a Netflix and watch Life of Brian and
Monty Python.
Monty Python, Life of Brian, and Holy Grail. So
that's right. I said Monty Python, but Holy Grail. Do you hear beeping?
it sounds like a car backing up outside.
Gotcha. I was making sure I didn't have a tumor.
Good news. Won't pick up on the board.
Still just making sure I didn't have a tumor.
Fair enough. Am I having a stroke?
So yeah, Nobody I like because it was the average Joe type of thing. Protege I liked because it took the same story that we've seen through Nobody and John Wick, but made it a female lead.
And the one thing with Nobody, Christopher Lloyd with a double barrel shotgun.
What about RZA taking out 3 guys at once?
With the spin around headshot. I was like, someone in the writing team had just gotten off some Call of Duty thing and said, I want this in my game. I got a clip, I got a feed, I want this in my movie.
So me and Lauren are seeing it, and you hear his voice, and she goes...
I mean, I saw it in the opening roll through.
So, I don't think we'd seen it. I don't think we were paying enough attention. And so she's sitting there like, I know that voice. And I suck at that kind of thing. So I'm just like, okay. And then we actually get to the point of seeing him, and she's like, oh, fuck, it's RZA.
I mean, if he was still alive, Old Dirty Bastard would probably love to have been in this too.
Yeah, I mean, you've had a couple of the Wu-Tang Clan members show up in
movies
and shows now, because one of them showed up in Luke Cage and did a song.
Yep. In the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bob Odenkirk talks about this movie, says that the story is partially his, partially someone else's. He says the idea came to him after he had a home invasion.
And a heart attack after, right?
Well, I'll get to the heart attack in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So he had a home invasion, and he goes, so nobody is what I would have done if I had been a badass. Like, that's his whole thing.
All right.
He trained for like 3 years to make this movie.
3 years.
And that's where the heart attack comes in. So this movie comes out, and he goes back to filming Better Call Saul now that they can finish it up because they had to stop because of COVID. And so they go back to filming Better Call Saul, and he collapsed on set. It was a heart attack. He attributes surviving the heart attack to the training for this movie and what he describes as aggressive CPR from a crew member.
Lips too? Okay. Tongue? Oh.
Aggressive
that's
CPR.
Aggressive.
So, I like Bob Odenkirk. I've seen him in plenty of things, and
I only watched one episode of Better Call Saul.
I've seen him pop up in plenty of other shows and movies, though. And so it was like when I heard he was doing an action movie, I was like, I gotta see this.
I would like to see him do another thing, not necessarily action, just more.
Mm-hmm. They just ended Better Call Saul, so I mean, he's open for whatever the next project is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, go for it. So, as to spark our, the title of this episode, Pride Month begins now. Today is the 1st of June. And speaking of 1st of June, Humble Bundle decided to push out a little bit to help out LGBTQ comic stories, as well as the creators behind those stories. The Trevor Project does not endorse nor aid the selection of the comics included in this bundle, but the profits and anything that is goes straight to helping that out. Whew. Thought I'd get all the legality stuff out of the way first. But
is that a Pride one, or is that something else?
Pride. Yeah, it's probably. Does that press and hold on it? Oh, it doesn't say its name.
No.
Dang. I think that's Kappa Pride. So yeah. Or I can hover over it in here. Yep, Kappa Pride.
Okay. Cool.
So for 58 items, which is a lot of comic books, it is a shit ton, a metric shit ton of pretty interesting looking comics. God and Science, Return of Tigirls. Looks like what if Watchmen was a little bit more open to just more serious matters. And, I mean, there is a lot. Life with Kevin, I guess a friend of Archie's. And then there's more Archie stuff further down, Archie and Sabrina. Love and Heartbreak Special. Like, there is a lot of LGBTQ stories here to be told. And they don't look like they disappoint.
Wait, go back up. I'm not okay with this. That was also a Netflix thing.
Yeah, they promoted it there.
Teenager sadly ends up with superpowers.
Yeah.
I didn't get around to watching it before they canceled it, sadly. It's the actress from the new It movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she plays the girl in It.
Yeah, there's a couple really nice artists, and I would love to read some of these. Afterlife with Archie does look like another interesting one. Do you have any of these?
I think I have that one. If that's the one that has to do with hot dog, I have that one.
But yeah,
what do you think would cause a zombie apocalypse in the Archie universe?
Probably hot dog eating, bad food.
Kind of, and Jughead dies. Not Jughead dies. Hot dog dies, and Jughead has him resurrected by Sabrina.
That makes sense.
I do have this. The bottom right here.
Oh, Love.
Yep. Bought that from my local brick and mortar because they were doing a thing when that came out. Proceeds went to support LGBTQ plus charities.
Hell yeah, as it does.
So yeah, I have that downstairs. I think it's a paperback.
Yep, and yeah, just a lot of Archie, like an inhuman amount of Archie and Archie surroundings. But like, What If We Were would be a good one to read. Because it looks like it's just a whole lot of fun. Wet Moon looks like it's a little more of a serious take.
You ever gotten into Archie?
I remember reading a few of them, but I didn't get too heavy. I I do have, I don't know if it's in the short box. I think it's in my personal one at home. The Archie and Punisher one, the one where Punisher is Archie's chaperone for the, is it Sadie Hawkins? No, End of Year Prom. And it's a bit strange. It's a bit odd, but not in a bad way.
I have Archie versus the Predator, the entire run. That was fun.
And how does that go?
Predator keeps killing people.
Does he kill Archie?
Kills Archie.
Oh, okay then.
And then Archie gets turned
Spoilers.
into a cyborg with Predator tech to fight the Predator.
What?
Yeah. They need to put that one on here.
Huh?
It has nothing to do with Pride, but they need to put that one on here.
That I mean,
Like,
yeah, why not? You're getting a lot. You're getting 58 full comics, and one that kind of interested me called Lovable Oaf, and it's, I guess, Baphomet is trying just to be an interesting individual, and instead of taking over the hell with hate, he tries to do it with love.
I'm really curious about the concept of a fencing comic. I feel like watching fencing is one thing. Reading fencing is another.
Let's take a quick look at the synopsis real quick. Nicholas, the illegitimate son of a retired fencing champion, is a scrappy fencing wonderkind and dreams of getting... So this is kind of Yuri on Ice. It's fucking Yuri on Ice, but instead of figure skating, it's fucking fencing.
Well, I mean, he wasn't anyone's illegitimate child.
No, but that's basically what it is. He was a prodigy.
My Twitch app completely crashed, so I'm rejoining the chat. Be back soon.
Okay. But it's pretty much that though.
What'd you think of Yuri on Ice?
Neutral. It was beautiful animation, but would I go and see it again? No.
I liked it. I thought they had some interesting, fun characters.
Oh yeah, of course. It's bubbly anime at its finest. Great art just all across the board, but me and figure skating don't mix.
It's one of Lauren's go-to comfort animes, so it gets put on a lot.
It does. I remember a couple weeks back she had it on, and I wasn't mad. I wasn't calling out or nothing on it. I was just
it's a regular go-to for her.
I popped on my phone.
So they're saying this is a total value of $848.
Yeah, and all of it is going toward, as I said, the Trevor Project, which helps out those of different identity or same identity that just is having going through what can be called crisis intervention, something that can help go around that and help them get any help they need should they need help, or just get them tools they need to live and love. And I mean, it's already really difficult to do, and hopefully this will put more things in the right direction. Whew. I don't know what this one is, but this one caught my eye super hard. Sci-fi series. Okay.
Barbarian?
Yeah.
Like barbarian, but alien? Barbarian?
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously talking... Both as a decorated police officer and as a beloved superhero, Barbarian, but in the midst of an AIDS crisis, hatred from all sides. Something tells me that we're hitting like realism, but with the surrealism of I am the alien here. But I'm down to read some of these. Like, they all look like they're great fun. But, boop. So we like talking about Game Pass, and this month in Game Pass, with the coming soon, comes one that you already own, but all the rest straight out the gate. Did we have on Game Pass For Honor? Or was I crazy?
We had it for a bit.
Okay, well, the Marching Fire Edition, which I believe comes with everything from year one, comes into that one.
I own this game physically. I bought this game thinking it was going to be the shit.
Origins?
No, For Honor.
For Honor? I mean, it still gets its plays. It still gets its user base.
I just ended up not being nearly as impressed by it as I thought I was going to be.
Yeah, it's still getting its seasons, so people are still
I'm
playing.
not shitting on people for enjoying it. I just wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be.
Right. Assassin's Creed Origins, something I actually really enjoyed, and I'm almost done with. I have to go back to it.
Oh, I made that game my bitch.
Yeah, I mean, after that, what is it, the pre-order bonus, I was like,
Yeah,
I have to put these things away.
Yeah, I had to put them away. It wasn't fun.
Yes, I completely concur. They poisoned anything. Yeah, I unintentionally swung a sword, and all of a sudden that thing way over there, the snake, it was all chilling out, and then it died. And I was like, oh no!
The controllable arrow, too, really made it too easy.
That I was having a lot of fun with, to be honest.
It's fun, but after a bit, it's like, okay, well, I killed everyone from a bush, so...
And nobody noticed where I came from, so...
Have you...
in a rice cooker. I'm sorry, that caught my attention, and that sounds really interesting. I don't know if that could... Rice cooker potatoes? I mean...
And hi to the chat.
Hello to the chat. What was that?
Have you walked around in the desert long enough to get all of the mirages?
I only got one.
So you have to... The difficult part is being able to spend enough time in the desert without running into NPCs.
Yeah.
Because it'll fuck it up. But yeah, I got to the point of full-blown brimstone falling from the sky and everything.
Yeah, I got him seeing his son again. That was the first one of them.
You'll see a burning bush at one point, too.
Oh. Yeah, as one does. The next one I had to look up the trailer for, which I thought it was like Corvs, Chorvs, but it's just the font they chose, which is Chorus. I looked it up, and it's a space flying simulator with a little bit of like more action. You can fly around in third-dimensional space, and it actually looks really fun. So I might pick this one up.
Chat says they spell honor wrong.
Yeah, because
Put a U.
Yeah. I mean, in England they spell it with the U. It's just I don't know. I'm not here to argue
Gray
about
and gray.
Gray and gray. Armor and armor. Yes.
How you pronounce aluminum?
Aluminium. I mean, to be fair, I think we have it wrong, but
yes, but it's also very much that anything to not be British.
Tinfoil. It's tinfoil.
Yeah.
Disc Room, which is very similar to Super Meat Boy. Something that we were like, Ninja Gaiden, I never played the whole thing. Well, this is the Master Collection, which if you played Ninja Gaiden Sigma Black, one of the most difficult games to date, I guarantee you are going to have a little bit of controller bending frustration. I have had that ages ago. But this is the entire collection of anything that is, I believe, Xbox to current. I don't know if there's anything past the Xbox 360 Sigma Black, but it's everything from Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, so on. So there's that one. And Space Lines in the Far Out. That just looks like if you were a bus driver but in space. That's the best way of putting it. There's no around it there. So on screen then, with all the games, what do you rate the Salt?
Chat's asking.
Yeah, Chat is asking this. I would say For Honor is 10 on 10, and that's not from me directly. It's from the community directly, probably, more than likely. Ninja Gaiden, I would say 1, 2, and a little bit of 3, probably like a 6 out of 10 on Salt. Sigma Black, probably 10 on 10 as well. Disc Room, maybe like a 8 or 9. It's very tough controls. Chorus looks like it's going to be maybe a 4 or 5 if I can figure out it's three-dimensional.
That looks like a fucking V.
It does look like a V. It's the font, though. Yeah, I know. I did that, too. As soon as I found out that it was a U, I went... I almost fuddled this up.
Okay.
Okay. But...
Or then Space Lines.
Space Lines, I don't know.
Probably a 0 out of 10 on
2.
Salt.
2.
And I can tell you right now, Assassin's Creed Origins is not fucking hard.
It is not. If you run into one of the... what do they call them? The big hulky guys...
I killed most of those well below.
Oh yeah, I did too. I'm just saying, but if you run into one at the beginning of the game,
the ones in fucking
the south area,
Valhalla.
Oh, those guys don't.
Those ones are fucking difficult. The ones in Origins weren't shit.
So the ones in Origins you can handle no problem. You just kind of gotta. Oh, sorry. You just gotta kind of dance around a little bit and kafuddle with and dance. You can beat them. But the ones in Valhalla, they. One smack your ass, you're done. or they have like superior moves where they'll like push, but if let's say you backstep away, they'll push and you backstepped, they'll ram with their shoulder to follow up, and I'm like, oh no.
The ones in Odyssey are a little difficult, and they aren't
I never played Odyssey.
They aren't like the ones in Origins where it's like, oh, there's 10 of them, and once you defeat the 10, they're done. They kind of keep happening. In Odyssey.
Okay, that's kind
depending
of
on
nice.
like what you're doing. Like, it's kind of a reaction to what you're doing in the environment. But what I discovered really easily in Odyssey is everybody will climb buildings after you.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah, they will. They'll do it in any of them.
Well, especially in Odyssey, they're quick to do it.
Oh.
So it's one of those things of just get to the top of the building, wait for them, and
Yeet.
and they will go flying, and they will take a shit ton of damage if you do it right. And so I've killed people good 20, 30 levels higher than me in Odyssey by pushing them off of shit.
So, funny thing about that, I was doing Black Flag a long time ago, and they just die just by pushing them off.
Uh-huh.
They don't take damage; they just die.
There wasn't really health bars back then like there is now. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a hit count that you could guesstimate, but it wasn't like now with the health bars.
Yeah. And Origins is a good one. I'm glad that they threw Origins there. 'Cause the story for Origins didn't feel far-fetched. It kind of throws you in, but in a okay way. It's very segued in. It's not frustrating.
I liked the explanation. Have you finished it?
Almost.
Okay. I like the explanation for the finger, if you've made it that far. If not, you'll get there and it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They explain it
Yes.
in a cutscene really quickly.
Yes, they do. And it's fucking hilarious.
I didn't mind the moments where you'd have to break away to further the story, like with Cleopatra and all that.
To be honest, I actually liked her.
I didn't mind those breakaways. They didn't take away too much from the story. I think my biggest problem with Origins was the easiness, and the fact that it was such a vast change for the games.
Have you done any of the trials?
You're talking about where you fight the gods?
Yes.
So I was there when it went live, because I played this game as it came out. So I was there when it went live for the first one, and she was out of my level, and I definitely died. Then the second one, which is the crocodile, the alligator. I can't remember her name. That one was the second one. And I quickly realized, oh, it's just a pattern. And then I quickly realized that they all almost function off the same pattern. So I beat the next two and never even went back for the rest because I was like, this is kind of lame at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
So I made the trials kind of my bitch too. Especially because by that point because they didn't launch the game with trials.
No, it was additive.
So by the time they've launched it, and I wasn't ready for the first one, by the time the second one came around, because there was a die-off period between the two of them, I had finished the game. I unlocked the best armor. I had all the upgrades. And so it wasn't really a challenge anymore. There's a special armor, like there is in every Assassin's Creed game. Yes. There's a special armor, and it's in one of the pyramids, and I have that fucking armor. I don't like the way it looks, so I don't use it.
It's well, now that I've seen Moon Knight, I might like it a little more because it has the wrappings, right?
No, this one's different.
Oh, then I found a different one that's in a pyramid.
There's a couple in the pyramids, I think.
Oh,
but the one where you have to get all the pieces to unlock So you remember how in the previous Assassin's Creed games you'd have to find all the assassin's seals to unlock Altair's armor or something like that.
Oh,
it's one of those.
Okay, then I've never run into this one then. Fashion Souls? Yeah, I like Fashion Souls. I've always loved Fashion Souls. That's why I would always wear D's armor in Elden Ring. I love that twin holding armor.
Under pyramid. The other thing is I kind of figured out little glitches to get around things where it's I shouldn't be able to do this yet and stuff like that. I don't know. This was one of those games that I truly
made your bitch.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Truly made my bitch.
Yes.
So it's the Sphinx Secret Tomb. Let's see if I can get an image of it for you. It's this one.
That's not bad. It's weird, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it was all right. It glows, which was interesting. There's a couple shots of it.
Very Destiny.
A little bit, yeah. Why does it keep doing that? But I end up not really caring for it too much, and so I don't wear it too often.
A little Star Wars, too.
I would throw it on for like, oh, I'm going to go battle this. Just like, I stopped using all the snake stuff. Like, the only snake thing I kept on was the style for the horse, because that was purely cosmetic.
And that looked cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. So, this was the first game to introduce the bird thing. What'd you think of that? Instead of doing eagle vision, you actually looked through the eyes of a hawk.
And you can mark things from a distance and pester people. I liked it. It was fine.
I felt it worked best in this, because I feel like it doesn't work as well in Odyssey or Valhalla. Like, they tried to change it too much after this one, and kind of ruined the things that made it good.
Valhalla, I feel like it needed more upgrade material, but yeah, I concur.
All right, what we got next?
Boom. So, the next Star Wars Fallen Order sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And it's a weird one.
From my side, this is going to take place a couple of years after the previous game. Like, there's going to be a bit of a jump.
That's fine. You basically see what is the hero's name again?
Yeah, I was just thinking it.
In short, he falls upon a Bacta tank full of someone who seems to be a Jedi.
I've seen a couple theories about this, and they're all crap because they're all extended universe terrible characters.
I think it's the Jedi that gets captured.
Which Jedi that gets captured?
I did the one that was fighting that Sith Lord at the beginning there, because you see him open up that box, and it's his lightsaber.
I think that's the Jedi we saw fighting at the beginning is the main character.
Oh.
Let
me boop.
Kestis is the character's name.
I mean, I would love to have what do they call it? I would love to have Kyle Katarn. I'm a sucker for Kyle Katarn. That motherfucker beat up Rancors with his bare hands.
I mean, you never know. It could show up. Yeah, that's Cal.
Oh, okay.
That's Cal, yeah.
Okay. Too quick of action made it real difficult. Fingies.
It looks good. I mean, it's all cinematic, but I played the previous game, so as long as it's not a step down.
Yeah.
You had bare hands?
Bare hands. He fought him barehanded with bare hands.
Yeah, and then see, it's Cal again there.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's in the back to take. It's like an overgrown thing, so like it's definitely something that was abandoned. There's some people who think it's a clone of Cal. I'm like, I don't see that.
That would be. I'm tired of clones.
The only clones that we have canon anymore is the clone troopers and possibly Palpatine.
Bad Batch.
That they're clone troopers.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, the clone troopers, and then possibly Palpatine in the final movie.
Yeah.
There's debate as to whether or not he survived, and that's who we're seeing, or if that's a clone. Also, Snoke might be something.
Oh, yes.
I'm hoping that it's, going to be a good payoff and not like, oh, it's this character in this Bacta tank, and we don't know what to do with them, and we move on. I hope it's something big.
Yeah, I hope it is too.
I really enjoyed the first game. It could have had a little bit more life to it, and I'm hoping they bring that to this one, because it was a lot of desolate planets.
It was a lot of desolate and a lot of linearity. It was very linear to me. I only got halfway through.
First game in a long time that didn't do DLCs. There was no DLC for it. There was a more expensive version of the game that came with a couple extra cosmetics, but there was no actual DLC for the game.
Interesting.
No extra levels or anything.
So, Pokemon just had their Pokemon Direct, and holy cow, it dropped a pretty big bomb comparative, considering the next game isn't going to be for a while. There's Smoliv, a small olive.
It looks like another Pokemon, and I can't put my finger on it.
Trapinch?
I'm bad with names.
Looks like a little tiny crab.
It's another plant or grass one.
Oh, as of right now, I don't know. Maybe a little oddish.
No.
Then I don't know. There's a lot. There's 700 and something.
Yeah, no, I'm not expecting you to pull it right out of the top of your head or anything.
Yeah. But the game, from these screenshots and from the few trailers that have popped around, they look good. Here's the Koraidon and...
Chest is a tire.
Yeah. Miraidon, the two legendaries that are coming up. I think I would lean more toward the big red boy.
It's fucking Featherhawk.
Yeah, Cherrim closed version. That's what Sock says because she's more into Pokemon than I am.
Oh yeah, Cherrim. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Cherrim.
Palmy, which yet another tiny mouse or rat or yes. Here is the good old Lechonk.
Yeah, I'm gonna protect this thing with all my might.
Yeah, look at him. And then there's the Smoliv.
Yeah, it's Cherrim.
Yeah. And there's our two professors.
Reed Richards.
Reed Richards and
Yeah, I got nothing for the other.
Yeah, I got nothing for that either. But in short, both their names mean history or past, and the other one is future.
That makes sense because he's futuristic and she's like prehistoric.
Yeah.
Which,
so,
yeah.
I mean, kind of interesting considering they went with like a tree motif for the longest time. And now it's like, not out the window, but kind of a change to that.
Eventually the tree names are going to start to run out and get to some really obscure shit.
Yeah, fair enough. But those are the hot professors. Ha. But enough of that. So, over at Square Enix, Shinji Hashimoto has been with Square Enix for 25 years. And on May 31st, yesterday, he retired from Square Enix. But now he says, I'm no longer working for Square Enix, but I am now going to support it as a fan, just like you guys. He's thankful for the fans, etc., and I'm happy that he left on such very good terms.
Look at the chocobos.
Yes, I love all the chocobos. He helped out a lot with Kingdom Hearts. He did really great work with Kingdom Hearts, so I'm very happy to see someone who has helped the gaming community just retire, just enjoy the rest of their life.
Socks, I'd be like 97 by then, and I've always said that I have no problems living into my hundreds. That right there would make me want to die.
Gucci and Powerade. That would be interesting Pokemon names.
The chat's saying that it's
Professor
2088,
Pokemon
and that's our Pokemon professors' names are Gucci and Powerade.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'd be like 98. Yeah, I'd be like 98 by that point, and I'd be like, you know what? Pull the plug.
Yeah.
You're in perfect health. All right, I'm going to find a building.
So, Sox has been playing this, Ninokuni Crossworld, which is on mobile. And something I found out today is it's also on PC. But this is kind of Sword Art Online meets great Ghibli animations. And I have no problem with that combination. It's made by Netmarble, the guys who do the Seven Deadly Sins video game.
They do a lot, actually. They've got a couple Marvel ones, too.
I was about to make mention of that. And here's the PC beta. If you want to go slide over to it, it's on beta. So if you just want to download it, give it a shot. Why not? I might do that when I get home. It seems like it has all of the key bindings to make things easy, and I'm kind of excited. I very rarely get excited for a dang mobile game. So, and I like Ghibli. I love Ghibli's art, and it's beautiful music. Bam. So, I like the Game Grumps to a medium extent as entertainers, sure. And I think it's Monday, I watch Dan and Aaron do 10 minutes of them fuddling around with random products their producer throws at them. 10-minute power hour. They also have made...
Wait, how long are the videos?
10 minute.
But it's power hour.
That's the joke.
False advertisement, I'm suing.
Okay, well good luck getting any money out of them. Aaron's a penny pincher.
Did they not have that platinum play button?
I'm pretty sure I think they got their gold. But moving on, they've released a game you've probably heard of, Dream Daddies, where you get to date dads.
So, two things.
Okay.
One, why is it that there's a dad dating simulator and you immediately go, no, Quincy knows about this?
I know we've talked about it before.
Have we?
I believe we have.
Okay. 2. Tell me more.
Okay. So in short, they were the ones who helped produce it. They had all of their artist friends help make art for it. It's not bad. It's actually kind of wholesome. But they wanted to take a spin into more horror genre called Homebody. And it is very... not Resident Evil. I don't want to go with that, because it is tank controls, but it looks very... Not Parasite Eve. In short, very clunky controls, but very tense. Clock Tower! That's what I wanted to go for.
I was thinking like LucasArts.
A little LucasArts point-and-click adventure style. But it also had a little bit of surrealism. A little... the face fell off, and inside was just this light bulb looking thing, and like a spiral was coming out soon after, and it seemed very strange. And I'm excited to see what more will come from this, because Aaron is a very interesting individual. If you haven't seen any of his animations or know of his animations, you haven't been on the internet that long, because he's pulled out so many gaming animations out of his backside.
I have been on the internet for a very long time. I don't know these things, but that's because my internet is mostly...
Hold on. Ego Raptor. Metal Gear Awesome.
Those are him?
That's him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, I don't know these,
Aaron,
but I was going to blame myself and not him, but now that you're saying that that's him, okay.
Aaron Ego Raptor Hansen. Yeah.
Talk about piss and shit and other stuff.
Yeah. You can quote it to today's times. That guy is helping make this game, and he wants to have an actual studio, I'm sure.
Many moons ago.
Oh, many moons.
I worked at a car wash.
Okay.
And for a brief time, my friend James worked at said car wash. James is very much the concept of the boss makes $1, I make a dime, I poop on company time.
Okay.
And would disappear to the bathroom for half an hour.
Fair enough.
Which is annoying because, one, now I'm stuck in the car wash by myself.
Of course.
And so I went through and I got the gif of the Metal Gear Awesome moment of, yo, dog, stop pissing. So that I could send it to him when he would go on his ridiculously long bathroom breaks.
And then he'd come out, okay.
No, he'd still ignore me for another, like, 10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. But this trailer did look very interesting. It had a guy with this bell-like schnoz banging his head against a wall, and it caused the outdoors to shift time. I'm interested.
Dimension of sight,
yes.
Sound, of the mind. You said time.
I did.
So what is this?
So, I used to play World of Warcraft.
I did not.
Yeah. It used to be mildly toxic.
Birdie.
It used to be mildly toxic. Not as toxic as, like, let's say, Overwatch or any of the competitive shooters of today. But it's good to always acknowledge when you're overstepping a boundary.
A solid 10 minutes in any Call of Duty server just makes me want to punch someone in the face.
Yeah, it can get that bad nowadays. But
the reason why I put my fucking headset off.
But Blizzard has pushed forward a social contract that says, just be good, please. For the love of Azeroth, be good.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
Maryland had the highest murder percentage of the United States for a while.
Okay.
And they started an ad campaign of don't kill anybody for a day. Did not work.
I would assume not.
This is what this feels like.
A little bit.
Be kind to each other.
A little bit, but then again, if you get banned after the social contract has been signed, you can't be like, well, you didn't, you were toxic. It's basically, we recognize the internet is not always a safe haven. With that in mind, please note the following behaviors are not accepted here. And then they basically have a small listing of just, harassment, spamming advertising, harmful words, help answer questions in that. We were all newbies once. Just offering a little help goes a long way. If you have the answer, help. It's better to help than to hinder, Just simple things.
I'm going to go on there and find the most helpful person and ask shit like, so what do they mean by right click?
And then you have one of those mouses that doesn't have the right click at all. And you're just like, well, looks like I'm not playing this video game for very long.
Okay, so they said space bar, but I don't see anything that says it. Am I supposed to hold down S, P, A, C, and E at the same time?
You would be put on that person's block list so quick. Like, I think that would fall into the harassment.
It's like the most annoying but not harmful trolling I can think of. Oh, control. C-O-R. That's how you spell control.
Yes, I know.
You get my point.
Yeah.
Ignore the dyslexic guy in the corner.
Yeah. Okay. But in short, you got to read it, and then you hit accept, and you can play your game. But it's just the fact that, stuff's tough. Help. An interesting little trailer popped
I
up.
could have swore we've watched this trailer and talked about it before.
Nope.
I swear to God we did.
Well,
in fact, it's from December 9th, 2021.
It is, but more stuff has popped up.
Okay.
This game looks like it is Breath of the Wild mixed in with Sonic.
Okay, do I get to cook?
I don't know.
Because that is by far the best part of Breath of the Wild.
Really?
The cooking's fun.
Oh.
And I sit there and jam to it.
Oh.
They make little sounds as they bounce around in the pan, and the little music plays.
Okay. Right.
That and using the cuckoos as weapons.
Fair enough. But Sonic Frontiers, I guess, is their apology, long deserved apology for Sonic 06, which,
What was wrong with Sonic 06?
long loading times, like 2 to 3 minute long loading times. And hold on, as soon as you were done with that loading time, you would get a cutscene, and as soon as that cutscene's over, another 2 to 3 minute long loading time.
Okay.
And then an area that was pretty lifeless, bad voice lines, terrible controls. You would stick to walls. You would be running around at top speed and then just all of a sudden hit the brakes because you hit a piece of geometry that wasn't there. And Sarks kind of has a rebuttal with the cooking cutscenes from Monster Hunter.
So I've watched the cooking cutscenes on Monster Hunter plenty of times. You know what bothers me about the cooking cutscenes in Monster Hunter? I don't get the fucking food.
Yeah, I know, right?
Those cats know how to cook.
Have you seen the one for Monster Hunter World, the Frozen DLC? Oh no,
I was playing during the Frozen DLC, so I don't know.
Okay, well I'm just saying if you looked it up through.
No, I'm saying I played during the Frozen DLC, so I don't know what's different.
Oh, the grandma-looking cat, the babushka-looking cat.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Oh,
yeah,
so precious, so precious.
Back to the Sonic thing. So at first, when you're like long load times, I was like GTA, and then you're like, oh, but the game was broken. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, well.
If you're sticking to walls and shit, the game's broken.
Yeah, the game is broken, but I mean, the whole thing was jacked, as well as it had a fucked story. Like, Sonic was falling in love with a human girl, and
I feel like they've done that before.
Yeah, that was probably it then, because
I thought they did that back on like Genesis era.
No.
What's the one where you collect all the weird little guys?
The weird little guys? That would be Sonic Adventure, and that's Dreamcast-ish.
Which one ran off of discs?
Dreamcast.
Okay, so it was Dreamcast, not Genesis. I had my console flipped.
That's fine, but no. He had a human friend, yes, but no fuck me eyes were given.
Okay.
When it was Sonic 06, fuck me eyes were there. And,
What's worse, Sonic 06 fuck me eyes or the B movie?
You're really calling me out right now, aren't you? If I really had to say so, Sonic 06.
Okay.
Yeah. B movie's up there.
B movies.
Yeah. Ooh. You like jazz?
What was the last Final Fantasy game that came out? Like the newest one, not a remake of an old one.
What about DLC? Do you count DLC?
No.
Okay, then 15.
Okay, 15. The cooking in 15.
I've got a new recipe.
And then those dishes. Looked
They
fucking
good.
phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, they were PNG, but yeah, sure.
I don't know what that means.
That flat image.
It was still a pretty good flat image.
Yeah, you're right. It's fine.
That cup of noodles looked legit.
Yeah, it did. Oh my god. So, for a brief time over in Japan after Final Fantasy 15 dropped, they were promoting Cup Noodle, and then there was a day in the Final Fantasy universe where you can run into the truck and purchase small healing potions that were cup noodles. And I found that to be fucking hilarious.
That's great. Socks asks, never seen B-movie. Am I missing out? Let me give the quick synopsis.
Sure.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Cut my caffeine off.
Jerry Seinfeld is a bee.
That's it.
The bee looks like him, talks like him. He's a bee.
Like Jen.
This bee decides he doesn't want to be a bee like everyone else is. He doesn't want to be one of those worker bees and
He doesn't
being
be a
all
bee-
harvesting and
be a bee.
being. And he goes and befriends a woman. I'm literally going to try to say bee as many times as I can.
That's fine.
He goes and befriends a woman, and him and said woman end up starting this whole thing of like suing all the honey companies because like they're taking the hardworking bees honey and yada yada, and then they proceed to almost kill the planet because now the bees have all this honey and don't need to make new honey, so they're not cross-pollinating. So it's got a moral. In the middle of all this, the bee and her form a relationship and almost kiss at one point, and she's basically falling in love with a bee, not a human-sized bee.
No.
It's not like Cronenberg's The Fly.
No.
This bee is the size of a bee. Sounds and looks like Jerry Seinfeld. They almost make out at one point. I'm pretty sure they get drunk at one point.
You like jazz?
Patrick Warburton's like her fiance, who is just like baffled by all this. There's actually a meme from it. It'll be her saying something and then him in the background going, "Hmm." So that's the B movie.
Yeah.
Also, like they marketed the shit out of it. There's a game. There was Cologne.
There was Cologne?
There was Cologne. There was B movie Cologne.
I don't want to talk about B-movie anymore. I don't want to talk about B-movie anymore. I want to talk about B-movie. I don't want to watch the movie ever. Good with
Good.
God, I feel like a stroke is just wanting to just bear out right now. Yeah. Are we good with gaming?
Yep.
About shoe news. So, June 10th, we're going to have a whole bunch of really nice-looking bands. What are they going to look like? Frickin' Sailor Moon, man. Not just these 4 different types here that have all the Sailor Scouts. No. Slip-ons that have them all. A nice frickin' Sailor Jupiter and Saturn branded, because those two...
Are the couple, right?
Well, funny thing...
In the original Japanese, they're a couple.
Yes. And then, of course, in the U.S., they were siblings
Cousins.
because, they were
Which
siblings.
made it creepy.
Yeah, because of their poses. So,
Also, very much bottles up Alabama.
yes. So, in short, but those shoes still look nice. Very nice.
I don't agree with the chat on this, and not because of any reason other than she's a whiny baby. The other Sailor Scouts, though.
Dude, Mars can take on the world.
Yeah.
Mars can take on the fucking
Chat
world.
says Sailor Moon can kick Goku's ass with like 6 S's. But my whole thing is Sailor Moon's too whiny, but the other Sailor Scouts, definitely.
Yeah, Mars can beat everyone's ass. Some cute little slippers with Luna on them. I believe I saw Artemis further down, but these freaking Sailor Scout high tops, I gotta say, those look good.
That's giving you at least a good solid inch to 2 taller.
Yeah. Some flip-flops with them on there.
It's not a question about who, like, that she's a mom. Like, that has literally nothing to do with
Goku's a dad.
Yeah, Goku's a dad. Like, that's not the problem. It's her as a character who just sits around crying while everyone else does the hard work. The only more useless character in it is Tuxedo Mask.
My job here is done.
You didn't do anything.
But I will admit, all of these shoes look good. There's no bad shoe here. They are very much stylized. Even the Jupiter and Saturn one looks fantastic. It has
Well, I like these black and white ones.
The black and white ones with the what look to be like Polaroid style photographs, kind of printed all across. Slip-ons, and then some nice same lace. Ooh, pardon me. Moon, and then the name of the artist, the Armando. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, go check them out on Van's website on June 10th.
Yeah, I think those black and white ones are probably my favorite.
Yeah, my favorite, believe it or not, these. I like these. They are very much what the shoe should be. Other than that, probably the Jupiter Saturn. Yeah. That's all the shoe news we got for today. Over on the other side of the news, Pinocchio.
This is the Disney one, not the new Guillermo del Toro Netflix one.
That's correct. This one, however, it has Tom Hanks, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, already a stellar crew. So everything else just kind of matches on. I want to know who plays the ringleader of the carnival. I really would want to know because I was looking at the face when it was being played.
Well, who they showed, I think, was the puppeteer, not the which is different.
Hold on, the big fat man. Where is the big fat man?
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
no, he's not the one that runs Fantasy Island or whatever. He's just the.
Okay, and I don't know who that fox was.
You don't remember the fox?
No, I don't.
He's the one that convinces Pinocchio to skip school and go to Fantasy Island.
I don't remember.
And then people turn into donkeys.
I remember that. That was fucking horrifying.
Yeah, it's the fox, and I think it's a cat.
Okay, I don't recall, but beautiful set pieces. And it's going to be on Disney Plus day one. So, hooray! Boop.
Yeah, you skip past the blue fairy. Show the blue fairy.
Oh, blue fairy.
Right there. And our new blue fairy.
Blue fairy.
I like the wings.
I like the wings. I like very blue.
The whatever's going on with the ears is a little interesting. It's almost like crystallized.
Yeah. I would have preferred a point, but that's just me.
I mean, the original Blue Fairy was just a chick. Like, there wasn't really anything past the fact that she was blue and glowed.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, something I'm very excited for. Remember about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, how we finished up Our Flag Means Death, and I was bummed out that no Season 2 was announced? Mm-hmm. Well, Pride Month starts up, and guess what gets announced? Frickin' Season 2!
So, you connected it to Pride Month. Is there gay characters about the show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it ends off on a very strong, very, very, very strong cliffhanger. And Season 2 is definitely going to alleviate some of that stress.
Cool.
And
Well, I'm happy for you. I'll eventually sit down and watch it.
Yes. One of the very few I would probably... You've been shoving me on a whole bunch of them. This is probably one that I would try and shove on you.
Yeah, the difference is I will watch it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. You're not wrong. But speaking of things I'll need to watch later on, but probably never do.
To be fair, I still haven't watched this, so...
Yeah, sure. Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2 trailer dropped, and it features something that I would be very interested in, as well as excited to see. A little tiny Wookiee wielding a lightsaber, which implies that a Wookiee can control the Force.
Oh, we've seen that.
Well, I haven't.
Okay, it's in the novels.
Okay, then I have not.
It's even now canon with one of the newer novels. I do believe, I don't know his name, I do believe he's a survivor of Order 66. I think he was a youngling at the time.
Okay.
I think he's still a youngling here. I mean, you're technically a youngling until you're an adult, so...
Okay.
I think he's still somewhat of a child, like he's a teenager at this point.
Okay. But even still, a Wookiee that can have Force/lightsaber. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to midichlorians. It can really be any species.
Yeah. I'm happy for it. But Bad Batch Season 2 trailer dropped. If you want to check it out, check it out. Speaking of Star Wars, we love talking about Lego. And with this Lego set, $100 out the door, gets you this really nice looking BD.
So, first of all, I absolutely love the little tiny BD that comes with a plaque. But I'm really curious if his head opens up at all, because BD in the game has these little vials he stores in his head that are your heals. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Perfect. That's everything I need.
Okay. How many pieces was it? 1,062 pieces for $100. That's not bad.
I said thank you before you even said bless you, because I just immediately expect you to say it. That was hilarious.
I was waiting for you to recover, to be fair.
No, I wasn't saying anything against you. I'm just saying I'm so used to you saying bless you that I beat you to the fucking thank you for it.
That is how it works.
So this is up for pre-order.
Yes, it is. And oh my god,
There's so many good things.
Oh my god, we're looking at the Star Destroyer and Millennium Falcon, mostly the Millennium Falcon.
I've actually seen some people build their own Star Destroyers out of Star Destroyer kits and get real detailed with it. And it's pretty interesting.
I mean, look at that. That is amazing. How many pieces? 7,541 pieces for $800 for this beautiful Millennium Falcon that opens up, and you can just move everybody all around. It's got good old Chewie, and it looks so nice.
I think the biggest Lego set is the Colosseum, but
the Roman Colosseum.
Yeah,
I think so too. You want me to go find out?
I've got it right here. Actually, the top 10 biggest Lego sets from Lego themselves. So actually, the biggest. What? Continue. Why does it
continue?
All these pop-ups. So the biggest actually is the Lego Art World map, and so it's a map of the world.
Oh, okay. How many?
11,000.
Yikes.
Followed by the Titanic at 9,090, which is very inaccurate. The original was 2 pieces.
Good night, everybody.
Followed by the Colosseum, the one you were talking about, at 9,036. Then the, I think, current Millennium Falcon at 7,541. The last version that they released of Hogwarts at 6,020. The Taj Mahal at 5,923. Diagon Alley, which is part of the newer run of Harry Potter, for 5,544 pieces.
That's not bad.
The Camp Nou FC Barcelona, which is a soccer stadium, at 5,509. A different Millennium Falcon, this 2007 edition, at 5,197. Then lastly, the Lego Ninjago City at 4,867 pieces.
Ninjago.
And 19 minifigures.
Wow.
All right, and then we got our last thing for the night.
Something your mom would like.
Absolutely, and I love her. I just don't have $170 to buy this for her.
Vincent Van Gogh, The Starry Night. You can build your own for, I said, $170. Shipped by June 13th, 2022, so it's a back order kind of thing. I'm surprised it sold that good then. 2,316 pieces, and comes with a Vincent Van Gogh minifigure along with it. I wonder if it's missing its ear.
Depends on where we're at in his life.
Starry Night, so it would probably be after.
I'm not sure. I really like it. It's done up so that it's a picture frame with Starry Night as kind of a 3D-esque thing that kind of, as you get closer to the corner, comes out more and leads to this little platform. That on that little platform you have a little Van Gogh with an easel painting Starry Night. I think it's very well done.
Yeah, I like it, and it's well worth the price, especially with that many pieces.
Well, it looks like they actually have it so that it can be both hung or set on a counter.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice with an included hook. Yeah, you're right. The museum quality. That's cute. That's cute. The globe.
The typewriter one looks cool. I think it actually typewrites.
Does it really?
Yeah. I think it functions. You would have to have, obviously, ink and whatnot. But I think it actually functions. Like, you press the buttons and it reacts.
Movable
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Feed a real sheet of paper into the brick-built plate roller.
Wow. You get a letter from Thomas Kirk Christensen in 43 languages. A Lego first. Black and red spool ribbon. Wow. that's actually kind of cool. How many pieces is this? 2,079 for $200, and it really works. I'd give it a quick little take and peek.
Yeah, I absolutely love these Lego sets, and I understand the pricing for the most part on a lot of them. Some of them I think they're a little much.
This one I would worry on like getting a piece even in the slightest wrong, you know.
My big problem with it is it's just like, who's got $200 to drop?
Yeah, I know, right? But those buttons also look really nice too. Remember that Resident Evil 7? I think it was Resident Evil 7.
The keyboard?
Yeah, the keyboard that was the typewriter style one.
That thing goes for so much now.
Yeah, and it's not like this keyboard where I can just press a button and it works. No, you have to put some weight down on it. And the clack sound, it's just so nice to me. And then when you hit enter, it makes a zik. I was like, it's so nice. The botanical collection. I mean, we can get lost for hours here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that because
if Lego released a credit card, I would be fucking ruined.
I mean, well, what if they did?
I'm
what if
in
they
severe
did
credit card debt. I think you can use one of those payment plan companies with them.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on, let's do this real quick. I'll add this to bag, view my bag, and then we'll see if it does it.
And it charged us.
Good luck getting it.
So PayPal, which I know PayPal's got their version of a
Yeah, they
payment
do.
plan, but I think you have to be credit approved for that one.
That is correct. And I mean, even through them, they're actually kind of cool. They do it no, what do they call it? No interest up until the last payment. So in case you're late, they just charge interest on that. Which I'm like,
Interesting.
that's pretty fair.
So Lego does not do. It says Lego can be purchased using Afterpay or Zip, but when I check the Afterpay website, it's not there. So I'm assuming you can only use Zip because Zip works on everything.
Everything. Okay. Let's go ahead and just throw this out of the thing so that way it's not there for when we sign back in later on.
And it doesn't do affirm financing either. So yeah, I'm thinking like that's probably your only chance is Zip or your own credit card.
Fair enough. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I was looking at the friend's apartment.
Yeah, that's next on my list because I got the cafe.
Yeah. Boop. All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right, I'll get us through the exit then.
Yeah, I gotta go cook dinner.
All right. Remember to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a frenemy. Remember to like, subscribe where you can, listen to us where you can if you want to. Remember to join us next week in the Twitch chat around 7 o'clock-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remember to check out our Twitters down in that description. You know, we write a bunch of stuff. I've been tagging him in a bunch of things. I just reblogged something that mentioned, hopefully something we can find in the near future, Bubblicious Ghost Energy Drink.
So we actually went to the vitamin shop looking for that.
Okay.
And the guy told me, oh, they made that a long time ago and they don't make it anymore. I'm like, I don't know if they made it a long time ago, but they're bringing it back. So
You know,
I do know they offer a different Bubblicious flavor in like one of the powders or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, I would definitely want to try this one because a bubblegum flavored energy drink, that does interest me. And then last but not least for this exit, remember to love one another. It's free to do, it's not hard, and it's much easier. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.